Hi guys, welcome to the Python Essentials lecture part 1. A quick note for you guys. If you already have a good knowledge of Python and or working experience in any other language, you can skip this lecture or even the full section. However, a quick review is recommended to brush up the basics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the key concepts of Python. We need them throughout in this course. This section is carefully designed for all levels, and if you do not have any programming experience in Python, it is still very easy to follow. For those who wants to explore more in further details, following resources are very useful. Python.org, Learning Python's documentation, and Learning Python 5th edition by Mark. This book is a great resource for beginners. We will go through the following concepts in this section. We will talk about Python's data types, numbers, strings and print formatting, lists, dictionaries, tuples, sets, and booleans. Let's start with creating a new notebook here. File, new notebook, Python 3. Let's discuss numbers first. Python has two basic numbers types, integer and float. For example, 2 is an integer whereas 2.0 is a float. We can perform arithmetic operations to either of these numbers, like 5 plus 2, which is 7, 5 minus 2 is 3, like we can multiply them using a static sign between them. We can divide them with a forward slash between them. 5 divided by 2, which is float point 2.5. So we can get the power of 5 using 2 asterisk between them. So it means 5 raised to power 2, which should be 25. Another important thing to understand, Python follows the order of arithmetic operations. For example, if we have 1 plus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 4, what Python does, Python first multiplies these two and then perform other operations. So it will result in 11 in the output. However, a good practice is to use parentheses to tell the Python which operation needs to be performed and clarify the order. The operations in the parentheses will be performed first. Like, let's copy this one, paste it here, and put 1 plus 2 in parentheses and 3 plus 4 in parentheses. So now 2 plus 1 and 3 plus 4 will be performed first and then they will be multiplied. The answer will be 21, which is different from the previous equation. Modulus or mod operation is a percentage sign in Python. It returns what remains after a division. With mod operation, we can check whether the number is even or odd. Like if we have 6 mod 2 and if it returns 0, it means the number 6 is even. And if we have 5 mod 2 and it returns 1, this means this 5 is odd. So moving forward, let's talk about variables now. At many occasions, we pick a variable with some name and assign object or a data type to that variable. We can do this in Python using equal sign operator, which is simply equal sign. For example, if we assign value of 5 to x and say y equal to 3, now we have x equal to 5 and y equal to 3. If we print x only, we have 5, and y only, we have 3. So x and y are the variables with values 5 and 3. We can perform arithmetic operations using these variables, like we can add these variables, we can subtract them, we can do multiplication, and we can also do division as well. We can perform an arithmetic operation and assign the result to a new variable as well. Like if we want to assign x multiplied by y to a new variable, say z here, and then z equal to 15, which is the multiplication of x and y. So moving forward, we can reassign the value of variable, like we can say x equal to x multiplied by x. But keep it in your mind, the x will lose its original value of 5. Now reassigning will give a new value to x, which will be x into x. Let's check this thing. Let's print x now. So now x equal to 25 instead of 5. Another very common example is to use variable with multiple names, like somewhere using first name equal to Jeff. We can say total loss equal to 20 and similar variables. So in Python, the proper syntax is to separate them with underscore, and this is underscore here. By doing this, you will easily identify them. For example, if you know total loss, if you know first name, you can simply easily identify them. This is the first name, this is the total loss. So a couple of important things to remember while creating the variable names. In Python, variable name cannot be started with number. Like if I want a variable 1, some variable var equal to 2, this is going to raise an error. I can't use a variable with some special character like star var equal to 2. This is again going to raise an error. Another important thing is name is not equal to name. So if I say name equal to Jeff and try to print this with capital name, this is not same. So variable names are case sensitive. Name with capital M is not equal to name with small n. Another thing to remember, reserved words cannot be used for variable names. Like class is a reserved word. I can't say class equal to 2. Yes, I can say class equal to 2, which is not a reserved word, but I can't use C for class. So let's move on to the next data type, strings, which is one of the most popular and useful data type in Python. They can be created by enclosing characters in single or double quotes. And Python considers single and double quotes in the same way. Strings are very useful to record text information as well as arbitrary collection of bytes such as contents of any image. Let's create a simple string with single quotes. Creating string with single quotes. Let's create the same string with double quotes and put it in double quotes and say this is double here. So Python is taking single and double quotes in the same way. If we have lots of other quotes in our string, we can wrap them in the double quotes. Like, let's write another example. We have lots of other quotes let's wrap them in double. So this is what we have, lots of quotes in double quoted string. So we can pass a string to a variable as well, like x equal to string. And if we print x, this is our output. Print is the method, like if we want to get output x in Python, the proper way is to use print. This is the proper way to get output in Python. At this point, let me introduce a very useful built-in method, format, with a use example. Let's create two variables first here. We have name, Jeff. Put them in single quotes, just make it string. Age equal to 30. What we can do, we can use, like, we can create a string. My name is, let's put curly bracket. I'll tell you why we are putting these curly brackets here. My name is and my age is, let's put another set of curly brackets and call the method format. Pass in the arguments name, age. What we have? We have a string in print statement with two set of curly brackets, which are actually the placeholders, and we are calling dot format method here to put the values of name and age at these two placeholders. So this statement, using format, we are putting name and age in order to these two placeholders what we have created using curly brackets in our string. Let's print this one. So my name is Jeff. This placeholder is taking name, Jeff, and the second placeholder is taking age, 30. So there's another very useful way to write the values in the placeholders. In this case, we do not need to worry about the order in the format method. Let's try that one. Let's copy this statement and paste it here. And let's say this one is 1 equal to name and 2 equal to age. And let's pass this 1 to the first placeholder and 2 to the second placeholder. Now we have first placeholder 1, second placeholder 2, and 1 is actually name, 2 is age. So we get the output, my name is Jeff and my age is 30. What if we change these, in this case, what if we change this order here? So we are getting the same output. So in this case, we don't need to worry about the order. Now we can put more than one placeholders for the same values. Say, let's say print, let's copy this again and say 1 again, 2, 2. Let's see. So what we have, my name is Jeff and my age is 30. Jeff again, 30, 30. This is going to take argument 2. This is 1, 2 again, 2 again. So in this way, we can put more than one placeholder and we can reuse these values simply by calling with their variables 2 and 1 here. So moving forward, little more about strings. A string is a sequence, a positionally ordered collection of other objects or elements. Strings maintain a left to right order among the contained items. Items are stored and fetched by their relative position. Like if we have string x, string, these letters do have their own position. Strings are immutable in Python. They cannot be changed in place after they are created. And in simple words, immutable objects can never be overwritten. For example, we cannot change a string by assigning to one of its positions, but we can always build a new one and assign it to the same name. So let's create a string, or we can simply use this one actually. And we want to grab the first letter S. As we said, string is a sequence. We can grab any of its letter using its index. Say we can grab the first one, and what we need to do, X index in strings starts from 0. X0. This is the first letter in our string. We can grab the last one using from the back -1. We can get a slice, say X4. So everything from 0 up to 4, we don't need to say 0 here. Like this is same as 0 to 4. I hope that you already got a good understanding of strings. This is a good point to introduce some commonly used methods such as lower, upper, split, and so on. Let's see how these methods work with string. Let's create a simple string S equal to hi, I am Jeff. I can call s dot lower built-in method, and this will transfer all of the letters in the string to the lowercase. Let's add a couple of cells here. I can call s dot upper, and what I should expect, everything in uppercase. Split is a very useful method that we use quite often with strings. Split returns a list of words in the string using separator parameter as the delimiter string. If sep or separator is not specified, any white space in the string is considered as a separator, and empty strings are removed from the results. Let's split the string s using s dot split. We don't need to pass anything here because we want to split at white space. So we get the list of all the words in our string. Hi, I am Jeff. Split is very useful in different ways. Like someone tweeted, tweet is go Flames go, and Flames is a hockey team in Calgary. If we want to split this tweet, say at hash, what we can do, we can tweet dot split and pass in hash. So what we are getting, go flame go and hockey, 2 elements in a list. And what if we want to know which game it is, so we can pass the position 1 and it's only hockey. So this was all about strings, guys. I hope you got a very good understanding of strings and some useful methods that we can use and we will be using in this course at the later stage. So this is getting long. I will split this lecture here and see you in the next lecture with the other data types.